ओतलं पास On this solemn day, we are here for the Kargil Diwas. We come together to pay our heartful tribute to the heroes of the Kargil war, who fought and fearlessly made the ultimate sacrifice for the sovereignty and honor of our nation. It is more than just a day of remembrance. Today, as we are joined by distinguished dignitaries along with the NCC Cadets and Home Guards, and apart from that, by everybody else who is watching us right now, I request our chairman, our president of the ex-NCC Cadets Association, Pradeep Sawant sir, to please give his welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. We are gathered here today to commemorate Kargil Vijay Diwas. That day symbolizes the unparalleled courage and sacrifice of our Indian armed forces. It is with profound respect and gratitude we remember the heroes of our country, those from Kargil war. welcome all the dignitaries, distinguished dignitaries on the dais for this function, and all of you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mr. President. We warmly welcome Air Chief Marshal Sandesh Wagle, sir, the former Chief of Defence Staff. We also welcome Captain Viriato Fernandez, Honorable Member of Parliament and a veteran, Brigadier Anil Pereira, Brigadier Kiran Kumar Kakar, Colonel Danoa, Colonel Balkrishna Shirokar, Lieutenant Colonel Amol Lavati, Sri Pradeep Sawant, President ex-NCC Association, and Mr. John Agyar, the immediate past President of the ex-NCC Cadets Association. Before we proceed with the function, may I request John sir to give us an insight why we are gathered today. Over to you, sir.
I will not take much of your time, but only I want to tell you that we have been celebrating this day right from the first anniversary of NCC Cadets Association, right from the first anniversary at Kargil till date, till today, for 22 years. To honor the manner of our martyrs who fought bravely during the Kargil war, and we are happy that we have personalities like our former Chief of Defence Staff, Air Marshal Wagle. We are proud of him, Goans are proud of him that he has rose to such a high 3-star officer rank, and he is here today with us. We are happy and we are proud of him, sir. We have Brigadier Thakkar, who is from the Railways Division, and we all know that Sudar Major Honorary Captain Yogen Singh Yadav, he was Paramveer Sector, and he has fought bravely in Kargil. He is from his regiment. And we have got Brigadier Anil Pereira, also Goan. We are also proud of him. And he is a Sena medal. We have Colonel Balkrishna with us. And we have none other than Captain Viriato, who is the Member of Parliament, but he is a veteran and he has fought Operation Talwar during the Kargil war. So we are proud of all of you. And we have got our retired DIG Bhutto sir. He is also here to pay his respects to the martyrs. So, I, on my behalf, also pay my respects and thank you.
Thank you, John sir. Well, music can reach where words cannot, and that is the reason why we have amongst us Miss Bhakti Devidas. She is herself an ex-NCC cadet and a member of the Goa Police Department. She is here to offer a heartfelt musical tribute in memory of our fallen heroes. May I request you, ma'am, to please proceed.
जब तक भी सांस लड़ी हो, जब तक भी सांस लड़ी हो, फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दी, संगीन पे धर कर माथा, सो गए अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब देश में थी दिवाली, वो खेल रहे थे होली, जब हम बैठे थे घरों में, जब हम बैठे थे घरों में, वो झेल रहे थे होली। धन्य जवानों अपने, धन्य वो उनकी जवानी, शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा, कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा, कोई गुरखा कोई मद्रासी, कोई गुरखा कोई मद्रासी, सरहद पर मरने वाला, सरहद पर मरने वाला, हर वीर था भारतवासी, खून गिरा पर्वत पर, वो खून था हिंदुस्तानी, शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी, शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी।
Thank you so much, Kargil, for rendering a beautiful transition for all of us. Friends, when in the year 1999 the Kargil War took place, I have very fond memories of that, especially as a third standard student who was watching the entire Kargil War unfold on the black and white TV that we had in our house. And that made a lot of difference to my life at that point, which also inspired me in 8th standard to go into NCC and then after even answer the officers training exam, the SSB exam thereafter. And I'm sure that entire episode that took place in the months of May onwards until it concluded in July, it has certain memories that we all have, that we would all love to hear from you. And for that, may I first request Colonel Balkrishna Shirodkar to kindly share his reflections.
Hello everyone, I'm Colonel Shirodkar. I was commissioned in the Corps of Engineers in 97 and in May 1998, Kargil happened. I was posted in Patiala and my colleagues were posted in JNK. So we were also mobilized from Patiala and we had gone to the borders of Rajasthan and we were deployed in Rajasthan as a part of two corps strike formation in case to open up a front in case we had to. And the operations continued. So we were there on a standby this thing. Though I didn't take part in active war as such, I was on the warning order. And we had postmates like Ramesh Bhai, Cadets, Ramesh Bhai and all. We did our training together and I was privileged to be part of knowing them. From the Kargil side, that's it. Second opportunity which I had for a operation was in Diwas, where the Chinese thing took place. I was posted in Tangsing as an Adam Commandant and we were in the thick of operations during the Diwas thing. Again we were but it is fortunate that we also came out of it with our head and shoulders held up. That's all. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those insights. It's always nice to hear from somebody who's been there and seen that and done that. May I now request DIG Bosco, sir, to please also share his insights.
Good day, respected officers, and well, I'm a police officer, but my experience is that as an IPS officer, I was posted in Arunachal Pradesh, and it so happened from a regular posting in the police, I was also the secretary to the governor of Arunachal Pradesh. That was in 21, 22. And you know, when a woman goes out of work, it's sometimes like a fish out of water. So sometimes that's why I say we are very proud that we have such distinguished roles in the armed forces, which very few know about it. Everyone only knows Goa as something like Suicide or enjoying and this and that, and such a wrong picture. But when you see the distinguished presence, it's very heartening. And it is in this connection that while I was in Arunachal, I came to know that on 4th November 1963, Major E.D. Fernandez was engineer after the 1962 war had gone and was sent to Arunachal Pradesh to prepare an airfield after the 62 war. So during one of his visits in the Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh, his helicopter crashed and he died over there. When I came to know about it, I read about it. I called up the SP of the area and I said, please find out if there is any memorial over there. So he asked out whether a memorial is. So I said, ठीक है मैं आता and you know, traveling from Itanagar to Siang district, it really takes nearly 36 hours. And to take a break, because nearly 12 hours you travel in Assam and then after that again you go to Arunachal. And it was really, when I went over there, it was a small memorial over there. With vegetation, so I could jump into different areas. I finally went over there, the SP took me over there. And the irony is, the Siang River has changed course, so the entire thing is gone, but that memorial is also. And then I told him, देखो हमारे गोवा वाले भी इधर आके जमीन के लिए उनका जान से दिया. So it is really heartening. And it is in this connection that when John invited me, I felt that we have to come and pay respects to not only the goals where we laid down their life, but the value of the Indian army. Even though during my, when I went to Tawang, I just went there, when you see it is very, very heartening to see such, I mean, and when you think, I was complaining that the roads are bad now, so I just thought in 62 what it must have been. Then they told me, साथियों याद के समान याद के ऊपर समान रख के I mean it is something very historic and thank you for having invited me. It is very touching and that's why I come and pay respects to these great jawans of our country.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. May I now request Colonel Dhanwar to kindly share the sentiments.
Belong for about 2 years along Teju. Kibatu was the last
Well, friends, we are also honored to welcome Captain Miguel Fernandez, the Honorable Member of Parliament and a declaration veteran. So, may we now request you to kindly share a few words.
Air Vice Marshal Wagre, Brigadier Thakkar, Brigadier Pereira, all officers, AIG Bosco, all officers who have served in the armed forces, members of the defense, civilian defense society, members of the media. Today, as we have gathered to pay tribute to the martyrs of those who sacrificed their lives in Operation Vijay, I vividly recollect those days when I had just moved to Cochin on transfer with a small daughter, 6 months old, and most of those who have served in Kerala, in those days, I think so it was very difficult to integrate with the civilian society because they wouldn't accept you, especially if you are a Fauji. They would always look at you with suspicion. Somebody who comes from outside to assert himself or herself, and we had this language problem. And I was in a squadron, I was in aviation. I had changed over from marine to aviation. So I had joined a squadron called 550 Squadron, INES 550, which is also known as the Flying Fish. And I was the engineering officer. And somewhere June 4th or 5th, if I'm not mistaken, in the evening, it was around 6:37, when the whole squadron had secured, but I was there since my men were working on the aircrafts. And suddenly this message comes to me from one of the sailors. He says, "Sir, Squadron Commander Saab bula raha hai." And when I went there, all will agree we have these nicknames, and so I was known as Ferdy. Ferdy. He said, "Ferdy, early morning," he said, "the Air Force aircraft is coming and we have to go for the operations." So ours was the first unit from the Navy to actually take part. We were not told where we are going, but the next day, early morning, I had to put my wife and daughter on the flight, to go home, because that time the airport was in Kochi, not the new international airport. The only airport was inside the naval base. And every day in that short period of time, there were a lot of coffins that were coming, a lot of martyrs, and many of them, most of them were from Kerala. So aircraft used to come with this coffin. And my men who were there in the squadron, it was very heartening when they asked me. He said, "Sir, humko wahan jana hai. We want to, lift this coffin." That was that thing, you can, even now when I recollect those days, everybody wanted to go and put their hand and unload this coffin. They were feeling themselves, that contributing to this fight. Without knowing that shortly we would get that call. And we were actually in that was a training squadron where we used to train pilots who would eventually go on different fighter aircraft. And imagine, it was the training squadron which got the call to participate, because we had some of the most experienced pilots, and the Navy didn't want to take chances. So we went there. The AN-32 came, picked us up, dropped us somewhere at the border in Gujarat. So we were given a task. We had to integrate with the Air Force operations. So we were given a sector, and our main responsibility was for reconnaissance. So actually for almost first 10 to 15 days, it was only our aircrafts that were flying, and we were feeding all the information. So it was a very good experience, especially, directly in the operations. There was no place to sleep. Sometimes people feel that armed forces are taken care of. No, it's not like that. We had to adjust to those conditions. The airfield which was there from where we operated, you'll be surprised, was probably some years back, decades back, which was built by the Britishers. After independence, there was nothing. It's known as the FOB, Forward Operating Base. So our men had to first, and I say men, we, all of us, the officers and the men together, we cleared the runway, we cleared the vegetation. There was vegetation we had to clear. That was also a place for decades for the cattle. So we had to clear that place, make it into an airfield, and that is how we operated. There was, after a couple of days, there was a government school which had closed down for holidays. So the headmaster was kind enough to open and give that place for our men to sleep. So these were the conditions which I want people to know, that, these are small things. So there was no comfort. It happened all of a sudden. And I think so, the country also learned a lot from that operations. I was there, all of us were there, the unit which was sent till the end. And then when we came back, I think so, we had a lot to tell. And today I appeal to the people of Goa, though Mr. Bosco said he feels proud that a lot of Goans have done extremely well. They're right here. But I appeal to the parents. Always think that armed forces is also an option. I can tell you with certainty today, I survive, and very comfortably I survive with my pension. There should be no doubt. This is the only service which gives you pension. And if something happens, your family, your wife will be looked after. No other service, I think so, even the police service has stopped pension from 2004. It's only the armed forces. Pension is one part. The other thing, a lot of parents, they say, I have only one child. Some parents say it's very dangerous, and I say, can you name one soldier who has died? Till today, no soldier has ever died. They're all martyrs. They will live forever. Please think of that. Tell the other parents, tell your friends, neighbors, everyone, a soldier never dies. Soldier will live on. So my appeal to the parents in Goa, please, armed forces is a very good option, and it is not an option, it's a duty. It's a call that we all have to take. Thank you very much, and thank you for Mr. John for organizing your team, and thank you for the media for coming today for covering this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and especially for the call towards the parents. I'm sure we'll have many more Goans going that way and making us proud in the future. Thank you very much. May I now request Brigadier Kiran Kumar Thakur, sir, to kindly share his insights.
Marshal which is Seva Mapping, Seva Mapping, why to Seva Mapping? Honorable Member of Parliament, Brigadier DIG sir, Brigadier Pereira, and all the dignitaries here, ladies, gentlemen, and the youth out here. I'm very happy to be here in this function to organize or to celebrate the 26th anniversary of Kargil Vijay Diwas. And I'm very happy to be speaking on this occasion. At the outset, let me wish everybody a very happy Kargil Vijay Diwas. Let me share a few anecdotes, a few of my memories, because I'm from Grenadiers Regiment, and I had the distinct honor of serving in Battalion as a brigade commander, where that 50% of the Kargil war was fought in 1999. I was there as a brigade commander from 2009 to 2010. I had 68 kilometers of line of control to guard, and in the 68 kilometers, I had 107 posts. And when I say posts, it means 2 people, right from 4 to 7 to 8 people staying there and guarding the line of control. The height of this post, 107 posts, varied from 9,000 to 21,000. Out of these 107 posts, there were 27 posts which were above 16,000 to 17,000 feet. And the beauty of this post, the hardship of this post were, they were absolutely cut off during winters. Come November and no movement. Nobody can go up to them. They can't come down. Till May, end May approaches, where the night temperature drops down to almost minus 45 to 50 degrees. And the only lifeline a soldier has in his bunker is a kerosene oil stove, which is lit 24/7 by 365 days. Now the
The challenge is how to keep those men alive at the altitude of 18,000, 19,000, 20,000 feet under the temperature of -20 to -40, 45. Yeah, it's a complete total exercise, and you'll be aghast, you'll be surprised to learn that come May till about October we have a window to stock this post. When I say stocking this post, is the logistics backup to reach during the summer months when the routes are open, when the path is clear, the helicopters can land, the mules can fly. So the main aspect is the kerosene oil, which has to be dumped in very, very high quality, high quantity. And if the kerosene oil fails, you are doomed. As a brigade commander, my only nightmare used to be, when the night used to approach, and I used to pray to God, God, don't give me any challenges today, don't give me any sad news today, don't let my men fall sick tonight, because I will not be able to evacuate them. And 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you get a call from a post on a wireless, sir, such a man is under the influence, under the problem of hypothermia. What do I do? I can't send anybody because it's totally closed. There is a fear of avalanche. Nobody can come down, nobody can get up. Only hope is helicopter, and you hope like hell that the next day morning is clear when I can call up a helicopter, and the helicopter, the beauty of the helicopters or the problem with the helicopters is they are not supposed to be flying 1 kilometer close to the line of control, because that's a treaty between both of them. So what do? So you inform the other side through your local contact point, Philip, we have a casualty here and we are going to evacuate in the morning. And we inform backwards also till Delhi. And Delhi also informs on the hotline to Pakistan that don't open fire in a particular sector. Grid reference is this, the map reference is this, because there is a CAS evac being undertaken. And we used to send helicopters if things are, If the helicopter is also no-go, then the brave soldiers of the Indian Army would make a portable stretcher, put the casualty, and at night only, because the daytime, there is a problem of enemy fire. They will slowly carry that casualty as far as possible under whatever threat they are in. Why I am telling you all this? I am telling you all this is to make a picture as to what kind of life these people lead in such a terrain, such an operation. I always say Kargil war was different. It was different not because it was fought at that altitude of 16,000 to 18,000 feet high. It was different not because it was fought under the extreme temperatures of -15, -20 degrees Celsius in the month of May. It was different not because it was a war of junior leaders. It was different not because it was fought between two nuclear powers, a conventional war between two nuclear powers. It was different. It was different because an impossible was attempted. An impossible was attempted. Right? People and soldiers walking into the jaws of death. I will just share one or two anecdotes which I had shared with John. He named Subedar Major and Honorary Captain Yogendra Kumar Yadav, Yogendra Singh Yadav. He's from my regiment. He fought in Dras sector. He fought in Tiger Hill War and earned the Paramveer Chakra. The living legend. So when the 18 Grenadiers, my regiment, was tasked to capture Tiger Hill top, there was one particular object, one particular bunker obstructed and mine well. One properly sighted machine gun in a bunker can withhold a battalion-size attack. Because the route is only one, where a soldier has to physically climb up and go and lob a grenade and destroy that bunker. And the route is properly marked by the machine gun. So it is a short walking into the death. But you still go creating some kind of a camouflage, smoke screen under the hours of darkness, some foxpa or some whatever it is. So the Yogendra was tasked, Yogi, a young soldier, 19 years old,